All right, this is 9.2 notes, day 2, and this is going to be video number 1 out of 2 videos. For this video, we are looking at finding the GCF, which is also called the greatest common factor, GCF, of a polynomial. So we are going to look at how to find the GCF, and in the next video we're going to talk about factoring. Okay, so first let's just look at finding the GCF, and then we'll talk about factoring in the next video. Alright, to find the GCF, to find the greatest common factor, there are several different ways. I'm going to show you a method, and if you see the method or you see the greatest common factor, that's fine, but this is a method in case you don't see the greatest common factor. So first we're going to look at each term that we have. We have 4x to the third is a term. We have 12x squared is a term. And we have 8x. Now notice I did not write down negative 8x. I just wrote down 8x. I'm looking at the monomials and using the positives of those monomials for right now, just to find the greatest common factor. So what we're going to do is the number in blue, the numbers in blue are the coefficients. So I want the prime factors of those numbers. So 4 is 2 times 2, and the x is x times x times x. X to the third means that x is being used as a factor 3 times. All right, 12x squared, the prime factors of 12 is 2 times 2 times 3, and then I have 2 x's, that's times x times x. Then I have 2 times 2 times 2 is 8 times x. Now, in order to find the GCF, we want the greatest number of factors that they have in common. So, they each have 2 2's. All right, that's the greatest number of factors they have in common. So, now they don't have a 3 in common. They all don't have one more 2 in common, just 2 2's. So, what that means is that our greatest common factor is going to have 2 2's. All right, now for our x's, the greatest common factor of our x's. Well, notice they all have, the greatest number of x's they have in common is just 1. So we are looking at just 1, x. Okay, now what that means is our GCF, sorry, I'm using somebody else's board, is 4x. Okay. All right, so hopefully you saw that. Let's look at one more. On this one, our terms are 5v to the third and 10. So the prime factor of 5 is just 5. That's 5 times 1, but 1's not considered a prime number by definition. V to the third is v times v times v. All right, 10, the prime factors are 2 times 5. So notice the only thing they have in common, the greatest number of 5s they have in common is 1. They don't have a 2 in common. They don't have any v's in common. This one has 3 v's. This one down here, the 10, doesn't have any v's. So our greatest common factor is going to be 5. Okay, so that's how you find the greatest common factor of terms in a polynomial. Next, we'll go to video number 2 and show you how to factor a polynomial using the greatest common factor.